Chris Dwyer with Infinity Discs. Today I'm going to show you how to basically improve the lighting in here with the brightness and the contrast and some other things that you can do in Photoshop. And the best way to do it is what's called, you want to create an adjustment layers. And these are adjustment panels you'll see as brightness. The levels, your black levels or whatever, the saturation, the color balance, RGB, whatnot, black and whites and whatever. And what an adjustment layer is basically a layer that goes above your layer, and it's non-destructive, meaning if you just click it and you just say real quick, you change the brightness, and then if you save this as it's just a layer, you just basically turn off the layer and it comes right back. It's kind of a great way to do it, so that you're not screwing this up here, the original piece of art. But anyway, here's an adjustment layer with brightness. The best thing to do is just fool around with it and just kind of you can basically improve some of I'm going to take the brightness out. Obviously we had a ton of light when we took this picture, but it's definitely a good, and the contrast, I think that improves it a little bit. Kind of the contrast between the different colors, or whatever. You don't want to do too much. It'll oversaturate that way too much, but just give it a little bit of contrast. And again, you can just go back and turn the before and after in the layer panel up here. Another thing you can do is, I always work with color balances, your cyans, magentas, red, and whatnot. The reds, you may want to take a little of the red out, but you can just screw around with adding some blue in there. Improves it in here. The green's probably going to be no good, so we're just going to reset that back to 0. But anyway, then you can go again. You can go. It improved it a little bit, but not much. You may want to bat. Anyway, this is non-destructive, so you can just go back and add a little bit more blue to that. I think that'll improve it a little bit. But as you can see from our original, it improved it a ton. Anyway, it's called an adjustment layer. Just go up to Window, come down to Adjustments, and it's a great way to improve the lighting and the contrast and the colors. There's other things that you can do. You can do. There's definitely some other things you gotta. They're a little bit more difficult than just the color brightness or whatever, but that improved it tremendously, I think. But anyway, then you can take it out and save it for the web. And the